My name is Valjean Charles. Live in Brochy. Every Saturday, I leave my baking just to see CultureShare. My program, the best program on Saturday evening. I enjoyed it. Congratulations to you, Uncle Ben.
Hit the horns. She come to the party with the shortest meaning. This girl like she ain't care about nobody. Raising she with this girl showing she belly. When the one gone in, she had tonight somebody got dead. Hey, hey, mister, you got too much fire. You too wood vein, you too. You too wood boy, you too. If I would first fight, I get to know bad all night. If I would first fight, I am a hot boy tonight. If I would first fight, I get to know bad all night. If I would first fight, look at him fast. If I would, if I would, if I would, if I would, oh. Girl like you and never care about them children. The type of clothes that you wearing in front them. Look how them pick me, they looking at you. If they check that chance tonight, you gonna pick me iron first fighter. Bam 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 bam. It's wood vein, it's wood.
Yes, sweet soca music. How can you live without it? It's that time again, so stay right where you are and experience the happiness in Caribbean culture for the next hour on CultureShare. I am Harold PYSADEE. We have another action-packed program in store for you, which includes the premiering of a video exclusively done by Gentle Benjamin of G.B.T.V and much more action. We begin by going down to the Fantasia 2001 in St. George's, Grenada, where the CultureShare cameras were graced with the presence of Edwin Thompson. We know him as the Eggies, and this is The Doctor.
What's up in her pain? She saw every doctor, but still she complained. One evening while listening to the radio, heard the doctor talking, she was glad for so. But she calling and carrying on, all she feel is rheumatism. She does have high blood pressure too, and she don't know what else to do. She's sick, sick. Go to the doctor, quick, quick. Miss Dora is You could ask your neighbor Denise. Down here we call it cheese.
The very sedate Eggies on CultureShare doing The Doctor. This group coming up is an all-ladies group. Reminds me a lot of the I3s. They go by the name of Akaboo. They're going to do 2 selections in one production. The Spirit in Me and You Got the Feeling.
You come on now, won't you come on now? You got the feeling, you got the groove. Won't you come on now? Won't you come on now? The smell of perfume flows through the air. The clouds of smoke just keeps on rising. With a chatter in there, and a chatter in there, while the music just bumps loud and clicking. You got the feeling, you got the groove. Won't you come on now? Won't you come on now? You got the feeling, you got the groove. Won't you come on now? Won't you come on now? 5 in the morning, operator drop, change of selection. The people starts to burn with sweet, sweet reggae music. Sweet, sweet, sweet reggae music. To the place I belong, Ethiopia, country mama, take me home, country road, country road, take me home to the place I belong. Ethiopia, country mama, take me home, country road. Spirit in me is moving just like a magnet. Hey, spirit in me is moving just like a magnet. It's moving there, it's moving there, it's moving all over the atmosphere. Spirit in me is moving just like a magnet. Come again. Hey, spirit in me is moving just like a magnet. Hey, spirit in me is moving just like a magnet. It's moving there, it's moving there, it's moving all over the atmosphere. Spirit in me is moving just like a magnet. Come again.
Akaboo, based in England, of West Indian parentage and managed by a Grenadian. The spirit in me is moving just like a magnet, and there's a spirit in me moving and telling me inside of me that we got to take a break, and CultureShare is on the move, and we'll be right back. This next performance on CultureShare I'd like to describe as extraordinary. Not very often you see two great penmen coming together for a presentation, especially a classical presentation. Len Boogsy Sharp is the leader of the Phase 2 Pan Groove Steel Orchestra, Robert Greenidge, the leader of Desperados. Well, both men have worked with people like Grover Washington Jr., Winston Marsalis, Robert Greenidge working with the late John Lennon, also Ringo Starr, Carly Simon, just to name a few. Well, they came together in New York City to do a classical production composed by the late George Gershwin. This is Rhapsody in Blue. The Pangenuity of Len Boogsy Sharp and Robert Greenidge on CultureShare. They were performing at the 1992 Calypso and Steel Band Music Awards in Manhattan, and we'll be bringing back more of that presentation for you on CultureShare, so you look out for it. Now, once again, we're quite happy to hear from you. The letters we've been receiving have been quite encouraging, and we want to tell you that we'll be getting your soca album to you in the coming week. And don't be surprised if you see the entire CultureShare team drop in by your residence to drop off your personalized copy of your 1992 soca album. Maybe next Saturday evening, you never know, all right? But we'll be sending out those albums in the coming week, so you look out for yours. Now, we don't have any more albums to give you, but you have a chance of winning something else. Now, those prints of the beautiful painting done by Glenford John we have been showing you in the past few weeks, you have an opportunity to win 2 of those prints. All you have to do is to drop us a line again, tell us what you think of the painting, and also what you think of CultureShare. Now, over the next 4 weeks, we'll be putting your letters in a big basket, and after the 4 weeks, we'll make a big draw, and the first 2 letters will each receive a personalized painting copy of that painting, a personalized copy of that painting done by Glenford John. So you keep on writing us, and you have a chance of winning something else. Compliments CultureShare. We're always quite happy to be of service to you, because we're very happy to know that you're there looking at the program. Now, we go to Barbados, Little England, as some people say. And this is a guy who has been around for quite some time now, a guy who is a household name in the entertainment business in Barbados. He is Richard Stout, and here he is doing Any Day Now in Spooge.
A song I recorded on my latest album, I Like to Lay It On You. Any day now, I would hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. In my wild, beautiful world, you would have flown. Oh, any day now, let you down, 'cause I won't be around any day now. When the clock strikes gold, you call it off, and then my tears they flow. My wild, beautiful bird, you would have flown. Down, 'cause I won't be around. I know I shouldn't keep you if you don't want to stay, yeah. Until you're gone forever, I'll be holding on. Oh, that life, I'm holding you this way and begging you to stay. any day now. When you're restless inside, need someone new. And oh, to my sense of a rock, then my wife, beautiful bird, you would have flown. Any day now, love will let you down, 'cause I won't be around. I know I shouldn't keep you if you don't want to stay until you're gone forever. I'll be holding on for the line, holding you this way. I'm begging you to stay. Don't fly away, no, my beautiful bird. Don't you fly away. Never, 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 never fly away from me, baby, no. Want you to fly away. I don't want you to fly away, baby. No, no, don't you fly away. Don't you never, never fly. Don't fly away. No, 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 don't fly away. My beautiful bird. My beautiful bird. My beautiful bird. No, don't fly. Don't fly away. Don't you fly away. Never, 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 never fly away, pretty baby. Don't you fly away. Don't you fly away, no, no. Don't you leave me. Never leave me. Never, 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 never leave me. Don't let away. Come on, come on. Don't fly away. No, no. Don't fly away. My beautiful bird. Don't fly away. No, no, no. My beautiful bird. No.
So magnifique. The power of Richard Stout from Barbados, doing Any Day Now. We'll be right back. Caribbean people are lovers of all facets of music, and country and western just one of them. Well, Harold Delore from St. Lucia and Marguerite Arthurton from St. Kitts, they got together to do a video presentation of a song that's on their new album. Now, this video presentation was done entirely by Gentle Benjamin of G.B.T.V. The name of the song is Don't Say Yes When You Mean No. And right after the video, We'll be having a chat with both Harold and Marguerite.
All our friends should stop and listen, knowing well the truth will shine. Tell yourself and then tell others. Don't say yes when you mean no. Don't say yes when you mean no. It's the wrong way to go. Don't you know the truth will shine? Don't say yes when you mean no.
All world leaders make great promises, knowing well they're hard to keep. Then turn around and break that promise. Don't say yes when you mean no.
Don't say yes when you mean no. It's the wrong way to go. Don't you know the truth will shine? Don't say yes when you mean no. Don't say yes when you mean no. It's the wrong way to go. Don't you know the truth will shine? Don't say yes when you mean no.
She says she loves you, but does she mean it?
You say I do, and then you don't. Then all the planning was just for nothing. Don't say yes when you mean no. Don't say yes when you mean no. It's the wrong way to go. Don't you know the truth will shine? Don't say yes when you mean no. Don't say yes when you mean no. It's the wrong way to go. Don't you know the truth will shine? Don't say yes when you mean no.
Don't say yes when you mean no. That was a superb presentation. You all were so close. Is there something going on between both of you all that you'd like to share with the viewing audience?
Well, we're here to share the song.
Nothing else.
we are close friends, and we enjoy each other's company, and we work together very well.
Great. Harold, you composed that song. Maybe we should break the norm and start with the gentleman first, Marguerite.
It's okay.
You composed that selection, beautiful lyrical composition. When you sat down and started putting pen to paper, were you beginning to see some of yourself within the lyrics?
That's very true. I did. Actually, the song was not just composed in a year. I had part of it, just like you know, artists, sometimes a song could be done in an hour, sometimes in a week, a year, 2 years. There was a part that I might even said to Margaret, that there was a very, very close friend of mine who said, you know, Harold is such a guy that anything he wants, you know, that's his, you know. And at the time, you know, it was something to do with a car. And for that little moment, I needed that car. And I said, well, can I use your car so I could take my sister to the city? Well, she had a little problem with my sister before, so she refused me the car, you know. So it sort of brought some light, you know, to the song. Because if you listen, you'll hear that there are different reasons why the song was written. The fact, like, you probably did that, tell a girl that you love her and you're going to marry her, and later you didn't mean it, you know, things like that.
Well, I'm not married, so I didn't promise anybody to marry them.
Well, that's the more reason you might have promised several.
No. As I say, all Harolds are truthful guys.
Well, you have to answer.
Marguerite, that was a lovely vocal presentation.
Thank you.
Well done. How was it working along with Harold?
Well, Harold is a very easy person to work with, on stage and off stage. He's not an egotistical person. He doesn't need a whole lot of people around to get his work done. He was just so very easy to work with that I enjoyed every bit of this album, working with him.
I must mention that you are from St. Kitts.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
And for all of the cricket fans, you're also a distant cousin of Keith Atherton.
I am,
the
yes.
left-handed batsman.
Yes, I am.
From the West Indies. Country and Western music.
Mm-hmm.
Two people from the Caribbean. It was not reggae, it was not soca, it was not calypso.
I know.
Country and Western?
Yes.
Why?
Well, that's really Harold's background. I grew up singing pop, jazz, blues, reggae, some calypso. I'm doing more calypso now than anything else because I work with a studio here in New York. It's owned by two friends, high school friends of mine, and I've been getting involved in more calypso than anything else now. But my background was really jazz and pop and contemporary music. With Harold was really the one who introduced me to country and western, even though I know of country and western, but I've never sung country and western in my entire life until I met Harold, and well, I really enjoy doing it too.
Well, I know Harold told me that he did dabble in calypso, but couldn't move the way he used to, say, like 10, 15 years ago, so he decided to be laid back and continue his country and western.
Well, which Harold said that? Actually, country and western has been, you know, it's well known in the Caribbean. You must have your favorites, I'm sure.
Charlie Pride, Dolly Parton.
Name a few.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was, from since I was a kid, I used to love country music. When we were through having fun, me and my friends, I used to go home and put on my transistor radio and listen to WLAC in Nashville, you know, with the shortwave radios. And up to 3, 4, 5 in the morning, you couldn't hear Sparrow or, you know, any of those guys. So I got used to it, and in my teens I used to sing just about every country song that I heard. And about the first time I heard a song, I knew half the song or 2/3 of the song. So it grew that I felt that I could write it. And, you know, I then decided, my friends urged me to sing it, and that's what did it.
Harold Delore and Marguerite Atherton on CultureShare. We have much more action coming up. Relator is a former calypso monarch of Trinidad and Tobago and a true Kaisonian. He performed in Brooklyn doing an imitation of some of the old-time bads.
Dance well, lover.
Dance, me lover, dance me, hold me tight, forget I'm a lady, for this is Trinidad. And I am proud and glad you could say I'm a de calypso is driving me mad, mad, mad. The calypso music is surely driving me mad. That was a lanyard for the Douglas family. Let me hear a round of applause for Doogie. And then we had a fella called Small Island Pride. And this is how we used to do it. Last year in Venezuela, I bounced with a senorita. She said she wanted a taxi driver to drive she out when she out for pleasure. So I sent her my application, and she sent me she regulation. She says your car is a Ford, it does heat. Well, it over, Lord, and she bawling, oh Lord. She said don't drive it fast. I say why? She said the car running out of gas. I said go let the oh God, that water bust loose the coil. Ah, blah 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 blah. Ah, blah. You must remember. And it's massive, massive. Meet me down by the equation. Cut out. Meet me down by green. What's that? Let me hear it for Small Island Pride, please. We missing any of one of the dead people? Spoiler. This is the mighty spoiler. Spoiler. And then we will do the fluke in a minute, okay? This is the mighty spoiler. Silence. Suppose every woman could have afford to sit down and learn how to talk backward. Suppose every woman could have afford to sit down and learn how to talk backward. Instead of saying, oh me, backward is me, oh. Instead of saying, oh there, backward is there, oh. And when they talk, so we poor men won't understand. And all them women go have advantage on man. And if a woman want to leave she man, she go talk it. He can't understand. She won't say, Mary, and I will leave the man. She'll just say, Mandy, leave, will I marry? The women go be screwing we up for so. They go be bad talking we, and we wouldn't know. They wouldn't say that fella face like an alpagat. They will say alpagat and like face fella that. And believe it or not, where we go get the blow is when they start to do the housework backward also. And no plenty husbands go run and hide. Cattle sleeping inside, man sleeping outside. And if a woman want to leave she man, she go talk it. He can't understand. She wouldn't say, Ruby, I will leave Johnny. She'll just bawl out, Johnny, leave will I, Ruby. And with this backward business they getting through, they go start to do everything backward too. Instead of throwing the water in the flower, they go start to throw the flower in the water. And when you see this thing get chronic in the blood, they go forget entirely how to talk forward. Husbands can't understand wife what she's saying. Wife can't understand husband, well, that is thing. And when she asks him for the allowance, well, the husband go be in a monkey pants. She wouldn't say, Johnny, where is my money? She'll just bawl out, money, my where is Johnny? Then she go stand up in front of the magistrate, and all she problems she'll try to relate. The magistrate too will be in a monkey pants, because he wouldn't understand the sentence. Then he going to get off the bench and bawl, woman, I cannot understand you at all. You better get to hell out my blooming place. Go and see if you get a devil to try your case. And believe me, if you want to know, she go stand up in the courthouse and wouldn't go. She wouldn't say, Johnny wouldn't maintain me. She'll just bawl out, me maintain wouldn't Johnny. I want a voice. You want fluke? But I want a hat borrow. Come, anybody with a hat here, quickly. Come, lend me that hat there, quick, quick. We go sing about Bill just now. We go sing about you just now. Yes. This is Fluke. You remember Lord Fluke? Alligator run out a hole. Me blood jingle cold. I thought was a monster from the grand savannah. I could never forget part up front getting hot and the monkey get ignorant. Lorry, oh lorry, oh to, lorry to. Gave me some food and mango and it's a lorry, oh lorry. You know Fluke always have problems with the timing. You know that? Poor Fluke, he could never, you could hear all the words that he's saying, but he could never sing in time. But there's a gentleman who is the complete opposite to Fluke. A fella we used to call Jackson. Now he does sing in time, but you can't hear one word. And this is how Jackson does go. Down the tree. Down the tree. The woman to lulu. Down the tree. And I want to sketch, Mama don't know. My Jackson is a lot of hope. When you see me down the tree, down the tree, the mama down the tree, and I wanna sketch, Mama don't know. Mighty Jackson is a lago. The mighty Jackson.
A genius in his own right, Relator doing a lovely medley of some of the famous old-time Calypsonians. That's a wrap, folks, this week. Join us again same time next week for another great show. Till then, keep that smile on your face, all right? We leave it now with the music of Caldrick Forbes from St. Vincent and the Grenadines doing a real soca madness jump up, backed up by the Rebels. Later.
Shake up the sleepy nation to teach them how to jam. Party to party, we on a mission, looking for some action. Be prepared for this posse, cause it's party, party, party. We come out for action, any kind of action. Come to show emotion, any kind of action. Come to boogie down, come to rule it down. We come out for action, any kind of action. Come to show emotion, any kind of action. Action people. People wedding, bet your life we come in. $10 party or even 20. We just come out to spree. So open up all the dancers. We come out to have a ball. We come out for action, any kind of action. Come to show emotion, any kind of action. Come to boogie down. Come to show emotion, any kind of action. Hey. Yeah, we just come out to play. This party